Alright, Star Wars Paladin here. Finally got another Galactic Starfighter match. I guess it's a good idea that I don't just record these. Because for whatever reason, it's Pizza the Hut. Pizza the Hut. Anyway, for whatever reason, I swear there's enough guys queuing. It just wasn't queuing me in. I don't know. So, this episode is brought to you by homemade French fries. They're really good. Just buy some potatoes, which now because of inflation is about the same cost as French fries at a fast food restaurant. And you take them and you peel them, and then you use your French fry cutter and you put them in a bag with some extra virgin olive oil, and then you throw them in the oven for 20 minutes. And yeah, it takes a little time, but they taste better, they're better for you, and they don't cost $1 million. This is normally where I'd go into a rant about how stupid of an idea it is to raise minimum wage, but I'll spare you guys. You guys can pretend. And if you disagree with me, I challenge you to actually read The Economist, which are people who know what they're talking about, and then come back and try to argue with me. And if you don't think that has anything to do about Star Wars, it does. I used to talk to my friends all the time. One of my friends especially. He's playing Eve right now, but basically, the reason why the economy in this game works the way it does. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Is because there's no real pay rate, right? If you think about it, like the Jedi, they don't get paid. Sith don't get paid. Bounty hunters only get paid when they actually collect a bounty, or, you know, I mean, forget about the whole quest thing, because that's just that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about an actual salary. Smugglers don't actually smuggle anything, so they never get paid. Troopers, despite putting their life on the line, second by second by second, never get paid. And Imperial agents, which are actually hired by the Empire, don't get paid. Nobody gets paid. So if you want to know why the economy's screwed up, and why it doesn't actually work like the way you think it should, that is your answer. He can reacquire with missiles way faster than I can reacquire him. That's okay. I don't mind. So that's the first part of it. Second part, and I can't remember if I've said this before in other videos or not, but nothing actually locks down the price of anything. And I was thinking about that as I was putting some augments. I made too many augments on accident for extremists, and I was putting the augments on the GTN, and there was none on there. And I know about what price I want to sell them at, but I know what's going to happen, because this effing happens every day. It's ridiculous. Everybody sits there at the GTN, and nobody will put their damn item on there to sell. They'll sit there and wait like a bunch of little bitches, and you know who you are, and you refuse to put your item on the GTN until somebody else does first. And then as soon as you do, you snipe them by like 1 credit, because people are so damn stupid, they'll actually buy something because it's one less credit, even though it doesn't matter. And before you ask, no, I don't do that. I'll go buy the more expensive thing just because I know that that person's getting screwed. Yes, I do. I do it all the time. And so, sure enough, I don't care. I hope my satellites are firing. Oh, Adora got me. I kid you not. I put my augments on there. There was none on there. I went and checked. I had to go to bed or whatever. Checked the next morning. Bunch of people had put augments on there. Oh yeah, big coincidence. Big coincidence. And they were sniping me by almost no price at all. I was thinking, because there's a few ways to fix that. One of the things they ought to do is if you're the first person to put a price on there, it should price lock you for like 2 hours. Let's say 2 hours. Maybe 6. I think 6 hours would be more fair though. To where nobody is allowed to put anything on there for 6 hours any cheaper than what you just put on there. Because there is no incentive right now, or there never has been, to put anything on the GTN if there's nothing else on there. Because the only hope that you have is that those people aren't going to be on for a while. And you have to hope that the demand is high enough to where you can sell a couple before everybody screws you. And yeah, you think you're so cute and clever, like nobody's ever thought of that before. The only problem is that doesn't work in real life. Well, people have sales. No, not like that. Because if their food was so damn cheap, and I use milk as an example, everybody would just go buy milk from the cheapest place to stock their own store. Nobody would ever... Oh, Adora's on the other team. That's weird. I thought Adora was on my team. It said... Oh, well. Whatever. Nobody would ever buy milk again because the cheapest place would always be out of it. Because they'd be selling their milk for a penny. It would never work. It's so dumb that TOR can't sit there and have a couple people just work on stabilizing the economy. And people say, well, free market economy. This isn't a free market economy. It's not even an economy. Because there's no pay rate, you know, I already went over that. There's no economy. The only thing you have is what's being sold on the GTN. Now, when they came out with the whole cartel market thing, what they did is they locked it to where you couldn't sell for 24 hours. And that actually helps a lot. But it still means that within 24 hours, the market's flooded. There's just no incentive. Well, they lost, or we lost. I'm sure you guys didn't want to hear that anyway. Let's look at the assists. Yeah, we just got destroyed, plain and simple. Just look at the kills. Malice and Grimjack and Crisis are really, really good. Oh, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my little economy rant while I eat my homemade french fries.